Okay. I know you're eating, and you don't want me to disturb you, but I'm going to anyway. So here's our agenda. Welcome to the Senior State Concert All Chapter Meeting. Whether you're a member or a guest, we appreciate you being here and taking the time. Here's our agenda. Did you guys do some networking already? Talking, networking. Did everybody set up a one-on-one? We'll have to work on that. We'll have to work on that. Okay, first off, thank you, Kim and Belmont Village, Hunter Creek, for having us here and hosting us. Kim, would you like to say a couple words?
I would.
Okay.
And I've got people with me.
Oh, you got to. No, you have to stand on that side.
On this side? Oh, we're online as well?
For you?
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for coming to Belmont Village, Hunters Creek. It's just a pleasure for us to welcome the Senior Estate Concierge Group. We actually do this monthly, 1 month here, 1 month at our West University location. But today I wanted to take my few minutes to introduce someone amazing. Belmont Village, a couple months ago, was lucky enough to welcome Darren Scrayhot as our new executive director here at Belmont Village when Jan Kaiser retired. So we're very thankful to have Darren leading our team here. So just so y'all know a little bit about what he's made of, he started the week of Barrel. And if you haven't ever worked in senior living, those are one of the more fun weeks that we experience as a team together. But Darren came in and really took the reins and led us through that with basically no issues. So we're very thankful to Darren. I'll let him tell you a little bit about himself really quick.
So I'm Darren Scrayhot. I am a Houston native. I've worked in senior care for over 25 years. I've been out in the Woodlands for the last 10 years, so glad to be back in the Houston area. I know a couple of folks. So. Thank you all so much, and thank you all for being here today.
Yeah. So, of all the things about senior living, experience matters the most, in my opinion, because we're not selling widgets, we're not producing anything that's standard. Every day is different, so the experience that someone brings to the table is very, very important. Also wanted to quickly introduce two other amazing members of our team. Dantea is our community relations assistant, so she works with me and Lexi in the community relations team, but I tell her all the time she's a future CEO of Belmont Village. She can do anything and everything, does it with a smile, and just does an amazing job. She's always here to help with our meetings, so we always give her a great thank you for all she does to help with these events and everything else she does. And then if you have a referral for us, and I'll give a shout out real quick to Angie. She just gave me a referral and she got here today for somebody who's looking for senior living. We appreciate that more than anything. But if you do, chances are they're gonna get to meet with Lexi Hayner. So Lexi's our lead here on site. I think Lexi's amazing and very special. I was in this building for 3 years in that role, and so it's just been fun to pass that baton to Lexi, who's doing a fabulous job with our sales and meeting with families and helping families. So please let us, yes, let us know if we can help y'all with anything. Thanks, Bill.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, guys. All right. Very good. So, next, of course, we always do our intro to TSEC, or the Senior State Concierge, TSEC, that's short. I'd like to give you a challenge, all of you, before you leave today. By the end of the meeting, if you can make it to the end, if you can't, that's fine. Set up at least one-to-one with another person. Do you know what a one-to-one is? Everybody know what that is? Coffee, tea, just go visit, get to know them, okay? Carmen and I had 3 one-on-ones last week with 3 different folks, Blake, Colin, and Susan. And I'll tell you what we did, we just backed them up one-on-one. Same location, had each person come in after an hour. Got 3 done, and you know what's so great? Now I know all these guys a whole lot better. And now I know how to refer business to Blake and to Susan. So It's always a good idea to do that. Get out and get to know each other, okay? So by the end of the meeting, try to have one, at least one set up, okay? We'll have a quiz at the end. All right. Senior State Concierge. Our purpose is to connect various senior service providers, good quality, trusted senior service providers, build good, trusted relationships together, and bridge the gaps in the senior services industry and connect seniors and their families and caregivers with trusted senior service providers of all different types. For those that are here and new, we started it about 6 years ago. I started it. I'm a real estate broker, a senior real estate specialist, and I had some clients that needed a whole bunch of different services as we were going through the real estate transaction. And they said, we need XYZ services. Do you have one place that we can call? We don't have time to research, we don't have time to vet them, we don't have time to background check them. And we were all working, we need all these services, can you help? And that was probably about 9 or 10 years ago. I've been in business 15 years, and I said, I had no idea. So I started researching. I did a lot of business networking in the past, so I said, well, let's set up a group and see what happens. We had 9 people to begin with, Gail was there, and here we are almost 6 years later with over 70 service providers, and it has grown by itself because there's such a need for that. So I'm very proud of all of you and everybody that's come to the meetings for the last 6 years and has grown and built these good quality relationships. I know there's a lot of referrals going back and forth amongst members. We don't track them all. I wish we had a better way to track them, but that's down the road. So anyway, that's kind of the history of TSEC, where we are and why we are here now. And how do we do what we do? Here's the quiz, the first quiz.
Roses.
What? There's a picture of roses. So, what does the R stand for?
Resources.
Very good.
We're getting
Get
a
on.
lot better.
How many years?
O is for
Options.
options. S for,
Solutions. Or services.
yeah, one or the other.
Right, services.
I gave you that one. Education
Okay.
and solutions. Someone at one time said we're like a bouquet of roses, and it just like, it stuck. And that's what we're all about. You know, we're not about, when we do educational seminars, which we do on occasion, or panel discussions, we're not about selling products, we're about education. We're about giving families resources and options, solutions, and then all the service providers that are here can help them. Okay? So that's what we're really all about. We're not about selling, we're not just about bringing in new members for the sake of it. We want to have quality service providers that come in can really help seniors and their families. Okay, so we're way ahead of schedule. Any questions on that? 11:53, good, we got plenty of time. August new members, we have Blake and, I got my list. We have Dan and Hannah Weir from Assisted Living Locators Southwest Chapter. They're not here today, but they are new. And Blake, the West Chapter, he's with Junk Loaders. Okay? And we will have an opportunity to do introductions here shortly. So, with that, we're way ahead. Any questions, comments? No? Good. Well, Gail, we'll let you do your thing.
Okay, sure.
Yes, sir. There you go. Gail's got a new program out to talk about, so listen up, it's really important.
So let me ask you. How many of you listen to a podcast?
Today?
All the hands are up? Everybody has, okay? So, how many of you are actually doing podcasts? I got Russell that way. We're starting a podcast for Senior State Concierge. So let me give you a little bit of demographics. It turns out that we've got most of the people familiar with podcasts, and some of them are listening to them every month, and 24% of them are listening to them every week. Here's the ages of the listeners. The kids kinda got us, or the younger folks got us kinda beat out, but when it comes down to over 55, 25%, but it's the fastest growing demographic. Isn't that interesting? 25% of them have 4-year college, 60% have their population here. Podcast income. The total projected income is $4 billion this year. So it's not small. And the reason is because podcasting advertising converts to listeners. So, a little study here. For every dollar that they invest in a podcast, $4.90 comes back in revenue. Podcasting is outshowing the movie stars, the social media stuff, emails, videos, any of it. Podcast is being used more. So, we just did a podcast. The podcast was done with Chris Liebem. Chris is the West Chapter leader, and he's also written a great book. It's complicated. It could almost be the Bible for the senior state concierge because it refers to many of you in there. Bill's in this book. Mac is in this book. It's amazing. Where is it going to be? Everywhere, okay? Thousands and thousands of viewers. Where can you put it? Everywhere. Oh, by the way, we have a Senior State Concierge YouTube channel, and it will be on that channel also. So, let's talk about questions. First of all, who's going to be interviewed? Well, we just interviewed one, Chris Liebem, from the West Chapter. So we're going to start circulating around. The next one is going to be Shepard Ellis from the Central Chapter. And I know we got over 70 members, but we'll try to squeeze it into a year. We're going to do a new one every single week. So if you'd like to be interviewed, just let me know, okay? Next one. How much are they going to have to pay? For those that have ever had a podcast done, you know it's hundreds of dollars, can be as much as $1,000, but hundreds of dollars to do a podcast. Yours is free. Absolutely no cost for you to be interviewed on the Senior Concierge podcast. How often they produced? Every single week. Well, the new one. How much will it cost? Well, I worked the deal out. I just told you how much one of them generally costs. These are gonna cost us $50. I used to say I spill more whiskey than that, but anyway, $50. It's a very, very, very nominal amount. And how do we want to pay for it? Well, we're lucky we're going to have sponsors that will pay for it. And we'll start with the members, the sponsors. Bill Graff is going to be a sponsor. I'm going to be a sponsor. Chris Liebem has already signed up as a sponsor. So, if you'd like to be one of those sponsors, just drop your $50, folks, $50. Just drop your card in there, and I'll contact you to show you how to become a sponsor. How many times will it be seen? Well, the guy I was working with, I've known 20 years, and he was one of the first podcasters. His name is Chris Daly, and Chris did podcasts 20 years ago. They're still being watched today. That's how long these podcasts are going to be out there for you. So as a sponsor, you got a tremendous deal for just $50. So where can we listen to the podcast? Well, we'll show you in just a second. How can we become a sponsor? I just told you that. Put your card in there and just move it on down to the next person.
Want me to start?
Yes, ma'am. Angie's gonna start us off here, I appreciate that. So, senior state front here for $50. Here's how you'll be able to pay for it, either by Vimo, and this is all being recorded, so you'll have it, so there won't be any, questions about it, but, you can also go to PayPal and take care of it there, or you can take if you wanna get moving a little bit quicker, you can do that sort of right now. Also, I will send you a link to, do I have that on there? I guess, I'll send you a link so that you can see, if you don't have access to Spotify or YouTube or all the other ones that are listed on there. I'll send you a link so you can listen to this podcast and you will know exactly what you're getting. Okay? So, that concludes it, Bill. Thank you. Oh, question, Martha. Now, I covered 8 questions, Lori. Here's the 9th one.
So, I've been on a podcast about senior living before, and the gal who does it has specific questions that she interviews everyone. How, you know, so is there like, are we gonna know what he's gonna ask us? Is there specific
Yes,
questions? Is there a format to this
and
podcast?
understand, they may be customized. For instance, one of the questions I asked Chris Liebum was about his book, okay? Because it had so much of senior concierge
So are you
in there.
the
But
interviewer?
I'll give you a specific list, and if you wanna have a custom question in there, fantastic, okay? So it doesn't have to be all that, so. Yes, Bill.
You will be the
I'm doing the interviewing,
Okay,
okay?
you're interviewing.
Yes.
And there's not standard questions, you're gonna,
No, I'm saying, I'll send you standard questions, but,
Got it.
but we need to be flexible on this, because what we wanna show the rest of the world is about our service providers here.
right,
And so, there's a lot of personalities that we need to kinda incorporate into it, okay? Any other questions?
Where are you doing your podcast?
I'm sorry,
Where are you holding your podcast, like interviews?
where do we do it?
Yeah.
Oh, we just do it over the phone.
Oh,
Actually, I did Chris's over Zoom, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, very, very easy to do, because it's all audio.
Right.
And you don't, you can wear your pajamas to this one, okay? You don't have to
So
dress
this
up.
is just an audio
Yeah.
podcast right now. Yeah. You know, some of you already might remember, we used to do a YouTube show, Senior State Concierge show. You can go out to YouTube and see it. We probably 30 to 40 videos out there, but we had somebody else, Marion, here helping us.
Right.
But those were about 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
This one was what, about
These will be about 10 minutes long,
10 minutes max?
so it's a short.
So, all right.
Okay.
Hey.
It started now, it's already out there, folks.
Great job.
One of the things about TSEC that we wanted to do is we grew from the very beginning was, and we became a membership program because the folks that were coming to the meetings said, let's do more with this, let's do some marketing, and that's how we became a membership program. Built a website and have done more marketing, print marketing, and senior events and things like that. So this is just another value-added feature that will add value to everybody and help get the word out about all of you and then about the organization. So, and it's low cost, and that's a good thing, right, for all of us. You don't want to spend too much. Okay, next, Debbie has an announcement. I don't, no idea what it is. So I don't know.
So, those of you who know me can tell I am dressed a little different than I normally show up to our meetings. There's a reason for that. I'm with Pack and Send, and after 43 years, Jan has decided she's going to retire.
Ooh.
So next Wednesday is our last official day in business.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes.
Aw.
Yes, we have partnered with another moving company that we have worked with for many, many years, and they are taking all of our regular clients, and we are referring them to our senior living centers. We've already got them set up with a couple of moves for some seniors. They're very excited to do that, but we're making an actual introduction with people as we're transitioning that. On a separate note, because I just learned of this last week, it's like, ooh, I need something else to do, and I have to leave early today. I am offering a new service. I haven't really seen this out in the community, but I wanted to let you all know that I am starting a eulogy writing and presenting service. So I know there are a lot of people out there who have a hard time speaking in front of people. Add the grief on top of that, and it can become paralyzing. So I can be the voice for that person who wants their last words to the deceased to be known. And I can do a phone meeting, a personal meeting, or online. I'm setting up all the collateral now because this is such a quick thing, but it's been on my mind for a bit. And work out charges based on what they're needing. But if you have a client that comes to that and they say, what do I do next? They're overwhelmed with grief and cannot give a eulogy, I am happy to speak for them. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. Pack and Send has loved working with all of you. I will talk to you, Bill, about TSEC and the central chapter and leaderships and all of that at another moment.
Thanks for putting all that on our plate.
Yeah, But we will still be in our offices probably until at least the end of September as we transition out. But both Sue and I will be switching part-time as we're transitioning out. So it has been a pleasure to meet all of you. You haven't seen the end of me yet,
Hopefully.
but not in Pack and Send t-shirts anymore. So that was my big announcement.
Wow. Well, thanks. I wish you all the best. Dang, there's a big one. What's the one constant? Change, right?
Yeah, flexibility.
Yeah, that too. All right. So, we are way ahead of schedule, which is good, because that means we'll have plenty of time to do what?
Set up your.
101s. Yeah. You guys are really catching on. So you ready for that full-time leadership job?
I'm like, whoa.
You didn't know about that either?
No, I was about to email her about some stuff.
All right. So, with that, well, we got two new August members and Gail, and so now we can do members and guest introductions. Let's start around doing members first. I am going to time, even though we're ahead of schedule. Yeah, I got me a new bell. So, well, I think I got it from one of the Christmas decorations from last year. Anyway, we will do 1 minute. So, everybody know how to do a 1 minute introduction? Yeah, nobody said I got it. Is that right? Okay, we'll start, well, I'll go ahead and start, and then we'll go around, do members, and then we'll do guests. Okay? So, I'm not timing myself. Just kidding. All right, so, well, I already kind of introduced myself. I'm Bill Graff. I am a real estate agent, broker. Last 15 years with, for the most of it, CB&A Realtors. I am with a Graff Donaldson Realty Group, which is Carmen Donaldson is my partner. She's on the northwest side. Couldn't make it today. We are both senior real estate specialists. We love working with seniors and helping them through the process. And the founder of the Senior Staycon Chair, and that's the reason for all of this. And so now I have all of you to help us when we have clients that need to, usually it's a senior client that's moving to assisted living or somewhere like that. We need to clean out houses. we've given a lot of referrals to various providers. Most of the time, it's an estate sale type thing, cleaning out. Sometimes we need junk loaders. But I think I've hit on most of you just for answers sometimes, right? For some help. So, Bill Graff with Senior State Concierge and CBNA Realtors, and somebody calls me right when the timer goes off.
Perfect.
All right.
Sorry.
That was you?
There it goes. Okay, Angie.
Hello, I'm Angie Galatas. I'm a board certified patient advocate with Medical Advocacy Plus. So I like to describe my business more as a concierge, very personalized business. I'm not just a care coordinator. People often think, oh, she's a care coordinator, you coordinate people's schedules. It's so much more than that. I deal with a lot of medical navigation. So anything in the healthcare field, whether it's referring out to you guys for resources, because I cannot do it all, and I'm happy to send to people that I know, but it could be insurance, second opinions, understanding the diagnosis. I get a lot of that, of understanding the treatment plan and developing a treatment plan with their doctors and prepping them for appointments and surgeries and things like that. So I'm your girl if you need help with your people navigating their care.
Is your guest?
Yes.
Hey, good afternoon, I'm Shepard with Spring Branch Medical Supply Store. We're a second generation family owned business. It's retail, self-pay. It's a 5,000 square foot showroom. We have everything from hospital bed rentals and hospitals to hospital beds to, wheelchairs or rollators and all the things that you would need to keep people independently. We're also doing business to business. So we've been doing some business with hospice and home health companies where we're doing the disposable type of incontinent products, and that's been very successful. We're also starting to do workshops in our own store. Last time we had the salesperson from Coloplast to do ostomy products. On the 26th of September, we're gonna have Dermarite come in and do creams and lotions. It's free, it's open. The only caveat is you have to take a tour of our store, so you can see all the stuff. But that's Shepard with Spring Branch. We're over at 8700 Longville.
Highly recommend going over there and seeing their store. It's a really nice store.
And we're gonna have a happy over there, happy hour over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're having wheelchair races.
we'll have wheelchair races and we have lift chairs. You can go back and
We need to talk. We need to talk. All right. Who wants to go next? Troy?
Yes.
Good afternoon, I'm Troy Williams with Oasis Senior Advisors. I am the puzzle master of senior living. Think of senior living and choosing as putting a puzzle together. A lot of times families really don't know what that puzzle even looks like. They don't know what the box top's gonna look like. So we help paint that picture, provide those options for them to see, get their hands on and feel. And a lot of times those puzzle pieces are you. So we bring these other resources around them to help them age successfully, whether it's in their home or in an assisted living community. Troy Oasis Senior Advisors.
All right. Come on. More.
Hi, I'm Lori Ferris, and I do what he does. I'm a certified dementia practitioner, and I work with families trying to make safety and care be their first priority. And you're all part of my program because a lot of people, want to age in place, but they need to age in the right place. So along their journey, a lot of things happen, hills and valleys and straight lines, and we just want to keep them safe. New news is, Ashley Arrington works with me. She mostly works in the Northwest area. But we just expanded to Corpus Christi, so if anyone has any clients that need resources or understanding things in Corpus, I think she wants to go to her fishing cabin more in Rockport, but yeah, no, she'll still be here, but she just goes to Rockport with it, on fishing sign, so.
Wow, very good. Lots of changes.
My name is Emily Ring. I work for our own, Home Helpers Home Care. We cover the Central Houston area, but I am part of the West chapter, concierge chapter. And we do non-medical, which is anywhere from personal assistance services such as bathing, grooming, all the way to fully bedridden, and even just companionship. So we specialize in Alzheimer's care. We have 90% of our caregivers are trained online through, they just changed their name, but it's approved by the Alzheimer's Association. And so we try to keep, again, 90% of our caregivers trained on that. So if you know anybody, needs assistance, send them our way.
Very good.
We forgot to mention chapters, central chapter.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. Good point.
Hi, I'm Amy Lynch. I'm with The Key Home Care. We do similar business model to what you guys do. But if you've ever heard me stand up and talk about our organization, you know most of what I'm talking about is bragging on our team, because we have the advantage of being part of a large national organization, which means we have top-notch training, a scientific advisory board that influences everything that we do. But we also have been a local team back from our franchise days. And I have one of those folks with, this is the one who I brag on most. This is Chandi Sharma, I guess I would call her our care plan master architect, because she touches the care plans of pretty much every client we bring on service. And she attended our North chapter in my absence. I was on a birthday trip. So we're just really happy to be part of this organization. We've just been since July.
Mr. Mack.
Hello, David MacOff. Everybody just calls me Mac. I'm founder and owner of the Ask Mac Realty team. As well as being an SRES, I'm a KWREP, Real Estate Planner, which means my team is certified in trust, probate, senior resource options, as well as many other things, 1031 exchange, Delaware statutory trust. There's a flyer in front of each and every one of you, I hope. We do free seminars on the weekends. This is we start in September, we run through June. We'll do 1 or 2 during the summer, just because the demand is high for a couple of them. I would recommend everybody in this room attending at least one. The 3 that are on that you see in front of you. That's not the entire September. There's a weekend left out. We don't post them until basically 21 to 30 days out. There's a lot of reasons for that. Food is always provided. RSVPs are required. We keep these small. Come and see us.
Just ask Mac, right?
Ask Mac.
Hi everyone, I'm Lori Maggio, the owner of Gulf Coast Moves Senior Move Management. I think something new for me since I've joined is just we've been fortunate. We've had a couple of great senior clients, and I think I've poked around and calling upon a lot of you, and I'm really glad you're part of the mix, because I have a few clients that have a lot. We help with everything from the decluttering, the consigning, the detailed packing, the overseeing of the move, and sometimes the organizing and unpacking. We would love to transition people into their best places of senior living, and I also take pride in my team. We've been super flexible this summer. We have one client in particular where she went, got out of the hurricanes, went to her daughter in Washington, D.C., and she doesn't have a realtor yet, but I am now the point person on doing the mold remediation and kind of just that house person doing a lot of things, and my team really steps up, and they're a great group of ladies. So anyway, I look forward to working with more of you, because I know I can use everyone's resources.
Good. Glad you're with us.
Remediation, you have fun?
I'm gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Dawn Smith. I am a real estate agent / broker at Martha Turner Sotheby's. I joined this group this year to learn more about what you all do to help my senior clients. That's the reason I'm here. So that's pretty much it for now.
Oh, wow, that was wow.
Now you have a minute and a half.
Yeah, all right. Who we got? Uncle Richie.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Richie, McCrory Construction. We're remodeling contractors, and we're aging in place specialists. And we've just expanded our services to real estate investors and real estate. So I'm gonna be asking anybody who wants to get involved in it, come and talk to me. There's a lot of money there, there's a lot of referral fees. So anybody knows anybody who wants to sell a property get into the game, find something, etc., contact me, please. I show you the classes, and there's a cash referral fee. Thank you.
Very good.
Hi, my name is Eva Lynn, and I am a senior insurance specialist. Basically, I do Medicare. We are actually in year 2 of Medicare budget cuts. 2 years ago, the Inflation Reduction Act was put into place, and basically, if you have anybody who's been on the same plan for years and years and years, 2025 is going to look very different for the same plan that they're on. And what I do is I help check their doctors that they want to keep, their hospitals, whether it's Methodist, St. Luke's, or whichever preferred hospital that they like, and all of their prescription medications that they take, and I help them evaluate whether it makes sense financially for them to stay on that plan or not, since there's a lot of changes coming. So one major change this year is that the maximum out-of-pocket for prescription drugs is lowering from $8,000 to $2,000.
Wow.
Yes, but the price of prescriptions has not been lowered. So that's what we're dealing with this year. So let me know if you need any clients that need help, or is very confused about why their generic $0 copay drug is suddenly $5, $10 or more. All right,
Very
thank you.
Good morning, I'm Joel Berry. I'm an independent insurance broker specializing in life insurance, long-term care, and short-term care insurance. For those people who either cannot afford or qualify for a long-term care policy, the short-term care plan is the next best thing. It provides benefits for up to 1 year, whether you're in a nursing home, assisted living, or getting benefits at home. As for the life insurance, there are some companies that specialize in policies that pertain to seniors. They're basically final expense policies. They're smaller policies that are easier to qualify for. I'm Joel Berry, independent broker.
Everybody, I'm Blake Perkins with the Junk Lookers. You've heard me get mentioned. I just joined, I guess a couple of weeks ago, but we're an eco-friendly furniture and junk removal company. We try to help people declutter, get their space back. We donate, recycle, refurbish, to try to keep stuff out of the landfill and keep Texas green. But looking forward to working with each and every one of you. That's it. Thanks.
And do you take ellipticals?
We take everything, yes. We take
You'll take it?
You're not everything from trash.
No, if anybody wants one, all you gotta do is pick it up.
All right. Yes, we take it.
Use once.
Just the tags on it.
Still has the tag on it. That's not right.
Just challenging Gail. All right. Oh man. All right. 45 seconds now. Russell Klein, 101 Mobility, and we do home modifications as well as office modifications. This means lifts, ramps, elevators, so whatever's going to reduce falls, make the environment safer. And I do a lot of education. In fact, our office can do 6 different professions for professional development. That's OTs, PTs, case managers, social workers, and now we also do education for builders and architects. So again, 101 Mobility, Russell Klein, and got more time left.
We didn't say you could dance if you had more time.
Northwest chapter.
I'm Gail Stolzenberg, growth consultant for Senior State Concierge, and my member category is I am a wellness coach, helping seniors and their families live longer, healthier lives through a combination of nutrition, physical activity, we used to call that exercise, supplementation, stress management, memory improvement, and many other categories. Thank you. Bill?
All right, very good. Guest? Who would like to go first? That side or this side? This side. All right, this side.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a visitor, isn't it?
We have to do the visitors, yes.
All right, Annie.
Hello everyone, my name is Annie Wen. I am the owner of the First Choice Pharmacy, and I I'm not a pharmacist. My husband a pharmacist. We a team, a couple team, and we are the business has been in business like for the retail pharmacy been the business in 2010. So what we do is that we provide the medications, customized medication to the senior home. We do the free delivery to assisted living. We're working with a lot of assisted living senior home in our area. And as you know, the flu season coming up, and we do the pharmacists come in to do the vaccine clinic. We provide the flu shot, the COVID. There is a new COVID vaccine coming up in September, which is like the new FDA approved, and they will be out in the market. And we do the RSV, which is like the vaccine that require that is 75 years old, recommended to have it. So thank you, Gail, for the invited, and my name is Annie. With the
Your address.
Yeah,
we are with the Q Crowd. We are on the South website.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So Annie with the First Choice Pharmacy.
Well, thank you for help,
That's it.
or thank you for being here. All right.
You have compound.
You want-
Hi, my name is Chandeep Sharma. As Amy mentioned, that I work with the Key. I've been with the company for a very long time. I'm not going to mention the years. So I'm a client care manager, and my job is to basically do assessments, develop care plans. I work with the families directly. I'm their main contact. I do quality assurance. Our company, just like, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Home helpers, yeah.
Well, just with like home helpers, we provide non-medical care. We definitely strive to go a little bit, beyond. I mean, she mentioned that they have dementia care. We also have programs like we call it cognitive therapeutics method. We do focus on dementia care. It's a scientifically proven method that we train our caregivers with. We also have a program called balanced care method, something similar to you were just mentioning that you are coach for. That program it is based on 5 components and similar to what you were saying. But anyways, that's what we do. We just we provide non-medical care. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Glad you're here.
Near my team, sorry. So my name is George, this is Catherine. We're new to the space. We're about to open a senior facility just south of Pearland. So I'm gonna have to meet up with a lot of you guys. I'm glad you guys invited us.
Yeah.
We're really invited by Uncle Richie. It was really nice.
You
We
invited
just
him?
had a call on Monday. So we need someone to help us to do the bathroom remodeling and associate work.
Nice.
And he referred us to another, of course, contractor. It was great. We literally just did a sub tour in the house with the contractor. But I really appreciate you guys. Like all the we're gonna learn a lot from you guys. We started it because I was trained as a scientist. I studied like the brain and genetics. I was trained as a PhD, so I was very intrigued by providing care to the seniors, and we provide as a more like home-like settings. So it's more like welcome elderly, like the grandparents, so they can feel the home cooked meal instead of big box specific. No offense to this facility, just providing an alternative. So thank you guys.
I'm sorry, is it a personal care home? I'm sorry, I'm just curious. Is it a personal care home?
It's going to be a license. We hope it's going to be a licensed type B assisted living facility.
And how
It's
many-
going to be a residential.
How many residents?
Residents.
Yeah, so we're aiming for 6 to 7.
Oh, so it's small.
So like,
Like a personal.
Like Well, again, glad you could be here with us. Nice to meet you all. Okay, one more. Dawn?
It's me again. Hi there, everyone. I'm Leia Villadiego, nurse practitioner from Community First Hospice. This is not my first visit here. I've been invited a few times, and our application actually to be members is in the process of getting completed. Hopefully soon we'll be official members. We would love to partner with any of you guys that may need assistance with hospice service. We are a fairly new hospice agency here in Houston. Our mother company is in San Antonio and Austin. It's been out, around for the past 20, 25 years. And we opened here in November 22, so fairly new. So we would love to partner with any of you guys that may need hospice service for any of your clients. Service areas, if we can drive to the patient, to the clients, we certainly can take care of you. So Montgomery, as far down as Galveston, Baytown, Katy, Richmond, Rosenberg area, we will go. So we will take communities.
All right. Perfect timing. Okay, well, very good, everybody. So now you can see what we're all about. The guests that are here, you can see we're a variety of different services, and that's the whole goal, is to be kind of a one-stop shop. Give us a call. Anybody can call us from our website, get connected to what they need, hopefully, and it's a free call. All right, without further ado, we always have a special presenter, and today we have Wendy with Belmont Village. Go figure.
Lots of the boys around here.
You don't need anything right now, right?
No, can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
I can put on my outside voice for you.
Yes.
This is what we're going to be talking about today.
Burnout.
Burnout. So I don't know any of you very intimately, shall we say, but I do know that your businesses are adjacent to mine, and I know that mine carries quite a high stress load. I'm dealing with people who are in transition emotionally, physically, existentially sometimes, and that can become wearing. And I know that if you're engaging with that every day, that you're in danger, like all of us really, of coming to this topic I wanted to talk about, which is burnout. Any show of hands of anyone who might have felt any symptoms of, yeah, we've got one over there. Yes, some of us are doing it.
Right now.
Okay, so I like to have audience participation. So can somebody tell me what burnout is, please?
Feeling overworked and just not getting your goals met and just tired of the spinning wheel.
Yes, the hamster situation, hamster syndrome. What else?
Lack of motivation, higher anxiety, poor sleep.
Oh, so you're quite familiar with the subject.
Those are examples of my friends.
That's what the friends say.
I sleep with her too, by the way.
Has anyone else got direct experience of that?
I was gonna say that when I feel burnout, it's like the joy goes away.
Yeah.
Life becomes joyless.
Something you really loved before, but it just, you're kind of like not joyful anymore about it.
Just flat, complete exhaustion. So what I've got here is, and you all said it, and that's another thing that I really enjoy about doing it this way, is to hear all the wisdom in the room. So you're going to do all the work for me today. So what is it? It's a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. Yeah, we got that one right. So how does it happen?
Over time.
Physiologically, failure.
Emotionally?
How does burnout happen? Either.
I think it comes with concentration on one topic for too long.
Can you give me an example?
Hypothetically,
Yes, what your friend?
small business owner actually doing all the work for, let's say, 2.5 years, and then hiring people, that brings on another set of responsibility and stress, right? But not, doing nothing but that.
Right.
That can be anywhere from, yes, a focus of, 14 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whatever.
Sure.
We need to get our priorities straight again.
I do.
We need to get our priorities straight again.
So enlarge on that
It
for
all
me.
comes up, it's faith and family, we're not supposed to be working 16, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So that's how it happens when you're doing that overworking piece, right? Did you have your hand up?
I was gonna say, just with my profession, I'm a nurse. I've been nursing for over 30 years, and I think just over time, it kind of has a good and bad thing about nursing. Nursing is it's a great profession because there's so many avenues that you can go into. But after being a nurse and doing the same thing in the same service for so long, sometimes does take a toll on you.
So the sameness of things, again, over a period of time, and it causes you to feel emotionally drained, right, and overwhelmed. What do you think, Joel?
Well, I sort of went through that the last 9 days. I was getting to that point, taking care of my mom, and it's just non-stop. You just can't take
That
a break.
relentless,
Yes.
yeah. So not being able to take a break is a really key part, right?
I mean, burnout can be like with work, it can also happen like by not setting boundaries.
Good point. How do we spell that, by the way? I have no idea.
For my work, I will give you personal example.
Yes.
Like, you know, when I know that, like, I'm on call 24/7, 365, and, you know, and I do take vacation, of course, but when I know I'm on call 24/7, and my clients tend to call me all the time, and I know that somebody is taking calls for me, and they know that I'm not on call, and they still will call me, and they may call me at 9:30 in the night, or 10 o'clock in the night, sometimes 11:30. If I don't set boundaries, if I do not like tell them that I am not on call, please call the main office, speak to someone who is on call, and I still continue to take calls.
Yeah.
That is like, I'm not setting boundaries.
Right, right, that makes perfect sense. So what happens then is that you get resentful, right? And then
It happens,
grumpy.
like I said, I mean, it happens to me all the time, but I'll tell you that I have not been able to set boundaries.
She still takes the call.
Yeah. Yes,
And
well,
she
that's
still
tough.
takes care of them.
I mean, it happens all the time. There are times when, you know,
But boundaries are a goal for her.
Good. Yeah. I'm a certified master coach, so maybe I can help you with some of that. Learning how to do that. So, yeah, I mean, it's the constant demands, and as the stress continues, you begin to lose interest in what you just had, in motivation in what you loved doing in the past. I think you touched on that, Kim. So what happens when it happens? Well, we've talked a little bit about that. Can you tell me, when we get to that stage of burnout, what happens to us? How do we start to behave?
Irrationally, angrily.
Grumpy, tired.
Yeah.
You seem to always be on edge, right? It doesn't
Did
take
I-
much, it doesn't
like,
take much to push you over.
I made this joke, I think you heard it, about when you say to someone comes up and says good morning to you, and you say, what the heck do you mean by that? Or substitute something more vulgar in the middle. Yes, because you're so wired up, right, that you just don't know. You're out of your present, you're not with us. It saps your energy, so you're tired. So then what happens to your productivity?
It goes down.
It's down. And then as you're not productive, that's more of overwhelming, right, isn't it? What happens as you become less productive and more tired?
Higher stress.
More stress? Do we feel helpless? Hopeless?
Get behind.
Cynical, get behind, feel worse. It's going straight down that mine shaft, right?
Potential health issues.
Ah,
Right.
that's exactly right. That's the next thing on my little card here. You become vulnerable to illnesses like colds and flu and lots of other things, actually. High blood pressure, depression.
Eating cookies.
You also become vulnerable.
That's a default habit, by the way.
Physically vulnerable.
You become vulnerable, and when we become vulnerable, then we're susceptible to even scams that are happening today.
Oh gosh, that's something I hadn't thought of. It's not
Oh,
on
yeah.
my cards. But that's a good point.
Yeah,
It's a very good point.
That's what's happening.
Well, yeah.
I was going to say, so when she mentioned boundaries, I was thinking of agency, that is decision making. So the less energy, the less you are present emotionally, spiritually, as you said, then it becomes harder to make, it's harder to function executively, it's harder to make decisions.
Right.
So then you're more susceptible to both, well, disease is one thing, but then people misleading you or scams, etc.
Right, and making bad decisions. So it's. Would you say it's all? I mean, is this a positive thing? Anybody?
Oh, yeah, real positive. If you're the scammer, it's great.
I'm getting depressed just talking about it. So my note here says, because it's so potentially damaging, it's important to deal with it when?
as possible.
As soon
Right.
as possible.
Right, exactly.
You actually find that happening a lot with, what we find is family caregivers.
Well,
Because they get so
like
overwhelmed.
Joel, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's non-stop. It's like having
Yeah.
3
Mhm.
sets of twins all at once. Well, I know about that because I made the very early on in my stay here in the States. I was going to St. Philip's Day, Mother's Day out with my 2 little babies, and I made friends with another mother who had 2 little babies the same age, and she wanted to go to London, and I said, "Oh, great! I'll look after your babies for you." Of course, and so I brought them back to my house, and I learned the hard way what it's like to have 2 sets of twins. It was, one was going this way and I was chasing this one, and then one was crossing the street and I had to drop those 2 and go get that one. It was exhausting. So yeah, never again. She was a nice person, but.
Didn't see her again.
So how do we spot it when it starts to happen? Because sometimes we're so deep in the mine shaft we don't really know, right? Has that happened to anybody?
Oh, yeah.
So
Well-
how can we spot it?
Well, sometimes we can't spot it, but we're fortunate if someone who's close to you can spot it. Because my
A friend.
caregivers
Yeah.
spotted that I was, while I was getting sleep deprivation, I was getting a little edgy, and they spotted it and said, you gotta make some changes.
Yeah.
But
Back
we have, it's tough for us to see it.
Yes.
It's important if
I think so.
friends can tell us or associates can tell. Yeah, no problem.
So I'm going to start this sentence. You may be on the road to burnout if. Can anybody give me some answers to that question? If you.
Right out of Jack Daniels.
I was about to say.
There's always
start hanging out
someone.
with other friends like Jack and what are the other ones?
Your order volume is.
Kim.
Fortunately, I'm not.
Don't find balance between work and other priorities.
Right. So you're being pulled in this and that direction, unable
You
to.
gotta find a balance.
But so if you may be on the road to burnout if.
Frustrated.
You're not sleeping.
You're frustrated.
Frustrated.
You lose interest?
You lose interest.
You just don't enjoy what you used to do, you used to love.
Right, and I hope you're all taking notes, because when this happens to you, you're gonna have to
We'll call
go
you.
and find help.
We'll call you.
I'll make a joke or 2.
When you
see.
pull away from other people?
Yes, isolate, yes, that's something I do.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's me. I tend to become very insular, and the things that usually, because I'm pretty social, I just, tend to fold into myself and like really not motivated in the morning. Like I see that I'm like really anxiously doing the work, and if I, when I pull back and I become super insular and not even wanting to talk to people, when because I'm just trying to concentrate on what I feel I can get done. 'Cause I feel
Symptoms of
so
overwhelm, yeah.
burnt out.
Yeah, just.
Over a period of time, you start to notice that you're missing either appointments, obligations, meals.
Yes, forgetting, for me, driving the wrong way down a one-way street.
Well, let us know when you have burnout, Wendy, and where you're driving.
I haven't done it for a while. You're exhausted all the time, right? Everything's an effort. And
Sounds like this morning.
and the majority of your day is spent on tasks you either find mind-numbingly dull or overwhelming, it's like what you were saying. You feel like nothing you do makes a difference or is appreciated. So it's a sort of disconnect, isn't it? When we become disconnected. Okay, so last card. What to do when we spot it?
Take a break.
Take a break. Take a break. Take a Kit Kat. I grew up with that. Sorry.
Hit the beach. Go to the beach.
Hit the beach.
Take a vacation.
Yes.
I've got
Delegate.
yes.
Have a drink.
Delegate.
Have a drink.
Change.
Play golf, hit a ball, do something.
Go play golf.
Yeah, shut the
Do
phone off,
something
most
that you
important.
shut the phone off. Most of
boy.
it. Just don't pick it up. Don't pick up the damn phone. So I've got 3 R's here. Yes. Lauren?
I think that you also need to think about what is making you feel burnt out, like the specific action that you don't like doing, or the specific thing that weighs on you, and really look at the things that you like to do and concentrate on those and try to find someone else to
Really good
help
point.
you with this, because you can get burnt out just doing like for me, it's admin stuff, I just go,
Oh,
I just
me
can't
too.
do that part of it.
Yeah, Excel
So,
spreadsheets.
or I don't like it, I can do it, but I don't like it. But I think when you do it, I think you need to do a hard reset very quickly. It's
Yeah.
like, understand, like, take a time off and write down why you feel burnt out and try to find a solution and do a hard reset, whatever that is for someone. Go to a ball game, I mean, you know.
Well, Dante was talking earlier about how she spent just switched off on the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then I think I heard you say you came back and straightened up or something. You revamped,
Yes.
right? Right.
I didn't realize how much I really needed that time away until I actually took it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes you don't realize that you're in the midst of a burnout
Sure.
until you actually take that time away for yourself.
Right. Right. So would you say that was, I've got 3 R's here. So Laurie was talking about recognizing it. So that's the first R, recognize it. Watch for the signs of burnout and spot them. Next one is reverse, which is another thing that Laurie touched on. Undo the damage by seeking support and ways to manage your stress. And then the last R is resilience. So that's something that we've all touched on, I think. Build your resilience to stress by taking care of your physical and emotional needs. So find, in terms of balance, find something, if the job is just ghastly but you've got to keep it, find something out of work that can sustain you and fill you up and not leave you drained. Find some volunteer activity that makes you feel as though you have some value where you're not getting it at work. So that kind of balance. What else? Can anybody else?
Let me give you one.
Yeah.
I'm older than most.
Okay.
I've been in a hospital a couple of times and I've said, enough is enough. I make myself go to the gym. I make myself get out of bed, get out of the house. You have to drive. If you can get in the parking lot, you want it. Just take your time, just do whatever.
Yeah.
Say I don't look at the girls, that would be a lie.
Some eye candy, yeah, always nice. Eye candy is always, just speaking personally. What?
Nothing.
Eye candy? Any more comment on eye candy?
No.
No? Okay. And be honest about how you're feeling, right? Don't feel guilty about it, don't feel ashamed. It's not, it happens to us all. And finding, reevaluating your priorities, making sure that it's this one first, because if this one doesn't come first, then nothing else is going to come afterwards. You were going to say?
Well, for years I've been doing tapping meditation.
Oh yeah.
And that reduces stress about 43% the first week.
Excellent.
And I used to say, I don't have ulcers, I give them, but my wife makes me stop. But everybody has stress, but if tapping meditation is one of the best techniques I know to do it, handle it.
I think that's, I had a good friend who did tapping, she loved it.
Yeah.
Breathing, of course, breathing exercises, finding friends. Can anyone else think of anything else that would help them manage their stress?
Golf.
Golf, yeah.
I do, I'll just take a day and I can play golf.
Yeah.
Some people think it's more stressful, for me it's great.
It is.
You know, for me it's to get out and.
Anyone who wants to join me every Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in America, and I'm out shooting sporting clays, slaying
There you go.
all the
Wow,
dragons with shotgun shells.
Yeah,
There you go.
go and shoot at stuff.
Do something you enjoy.
Yeah,
Get
yes,
away from it.
yes, and
If
make
you've
it,
never
make it
shot
a
a shotgun,
priority.
I'll bring the shotgun, I'll teach you.
Because I don't know if anyone's familiar with this, but I've got an idea that if I overwork, somehow that's valuable. You know, I remember when I first started in an hourly job, and I'd never done hourly work before, I got very muddled with the time clock. But what I lamented to someone was, how do I know that I've exceeded if I'm limited to these hours of the day? I didn't know how to measure myself other than by overextending myself. So I thought that was interesting. And that's all I've got for you for today.
Well, very good.
And thank you very much.
Thank you. That's great.
This
Whitney, you might wanna mention that you have every third Tuesday you do that, at Talk
Oh,
to Me
yeah,
Tuesday.
we do Talk to Me Tuesday over at the other place.
At the
Not
other
here.
place.
This one.
West University.
May I also add, did you say you were a coach?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I missed that,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm multitasking.
I did.
But Lindy does a great job, like if anybody needs help with setting goals or overcoming burnout, she has a whole practice where she helps people with this.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining in.
Thank you. And don't anybody leave, because we're gonna take a group picture before we all leave out of here, so don't be just getting out.
Okay.
We only got a couple more minutes. We're gonna make some announcements. Okay. TSEC socials. This is the last all chapter meeting. Some people said, let's have some socials together. So that's what we're gonna do. You ask and you shall receive.
Wow.
September 19th. It's gonna be in the northwest side. Anybody is invited. Doesn't matter what chapter you're in. I know it's gonna be far for some.
You said this is the last all chapters meeting?
No, at the last meeting. Jonah's Movers, which is a member in the northwest side. We're gonna have it there at their place from 5 to 8 p.m. We're getting things worked out right now. It should be catered, so you'll have food, you'll have some, if you want beer or wine, some stuff, and then there'll be some games. Jonah's Movers has got a great place up there, a great story. I encourage everybody to make it if they can.
How do you spell that? Jonas?
Jonas, J-O-N-A-H-S. They are on the website, and we'll be sending out some notifications. October social, to be determined. If you have a place that you would like us to come to, we're thinking it's more of a central location. If you have an office facility that's big enough to host however many we get, probably 35 plus, let us know. We would love to go there, or we'll have it somewhere else. But let us know pretty soon if you do. Okay, it's a great opportunity, Shep, to show off your place.
We could probably do that next
Okay, all right, great.
We'll figure out the date.
Okay, Alzheimer's Walk. We have 2 of them coming up. Troy has one in the northwest and north side on October 26th. Right, Troy?
October 26th, yes. Ryan, the intent is, I'm just a little stressed out.
I know you were busy.
Hey, don't bother me.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
All right,
So anyway, so the challenge is, any individual, it's key, individual, who earns $1,000 or more on behalf of the Alzheimer's Association, I'll buy you a 2-person dinner at Perry's Steakhouse.
Ooh.
I love berries.
Pork chop.
That'll be worth $1,000 to you. All right.
It's leaning that way. Okay, and the second one is the big one that is at U of H, November 9th. Not that Troy's not big. He's got incentives. That U of H one is kind of like, I guess, the big Alzheimer's walk for everyone. I don't know. It's a big walk. We did it last year. We had a good team. We do have a TSEC team, so you can go on. We'll send out the notification. You go out there and you just sign up, donate, and join us on November 9th. Bring your dogs. We all brought dogs last year. It was a lot of fun. Usually the weather's nice. It's a short walk. It's not, 2 miles or something like that. It's not very long. Okay. BBB Awards. As you all know, or may not know, we are a member, TSEC is a member of the Better Business Bureau. We, last 2 years, we've been there, 3 years? 2 years or 3 years now. Last 2 years, we won an award of distinction. And we just got notified that we will win award distinction again for this year. Congratulations. So, yay, all you guys. We are going to, they have tables of 10, and then they have a networking event before for all the vendors that want to be networking. A table of 10 is $1,500, which is a sponsored table with a networking table before. We're looking for 10 members that are willing to pay $75. TSEC is going to pick up the other $75, but we need a commitment like today or yesterday. We have 10 people that will commit to go to that.
I'll take 4 seats.
Okay, we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You? No.
I said me.
Oh.
All right, so there's 8. All we need is 2 more. We'll get the rest of everybody else that's not here. It's a really nice event. Great networking beforehand, and you get to see a lot of other business owners that are there, and they're all accredited business owners. So it's really important. And then the last thing, which is to be determined, but the last couple of years, we've always done a holiday party here with a tree decorating. If you guys are doing that again, Kim, great. If not, let us know. We'll do some kind of holiday event. But we always do a holiday event. Last couple of years, Belmont has a Christmas tree.
It's called Festival of Trees.
Festival of Trees.
Tree decorating contest that benefits named charities.
Right. So last year we did a Twilight Wish tree, which if you all don't know what Twilight Wish is, I'll tell you in a minute. So I got a couple minutes. The year before that we did an Astros tree because they won the World Series. So we didn't win the contest of Festival of Trees, but we did win because we all had a good time. That's what's important. Twilight Wish. Everybody knows what Twilight Wish is by now? Maybe not the guest. I didn't see a lot of members putting their hands up.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Twilight Wish is like Make-A-Wish, but for seniors 65 and over. It's a national nonprofit that TSEC has started the Houston chapter. So they started in Pennsylvania, they're national, they're building chapters all around the country. We have provided 5 or 6 or so really neat wishes to seniors. A couple went to Astros games that could not make it to Astros games. One lady's husband that was dying of cancer, then didn't make it. He wanted to meet a couple boxers in Sugar Land. He didn't make it there. His wife went with a picture. Lori, you went, right? Lori and Barry went. And as they were doing the interview, they found out that they were related. That this gentleman that passed away was related to these 2 boxers' grandfather. Ellen from Louisiana. Really cool story. It's on Fox News. It'll bring tears to your eyes almost at the end.
It's on our Twilight Wish Houston Facebook and Instagram account, which you should all join.
That reminds me, we do have a Twilight Wish box here. You can, if you want to wish, please pass that around. I mean, if you want to donate, pass that around. If you have a wish, that's great too. Okay, what else was I gonna, let's see, what else I talk about? Oh, okay, I know, one last thing before we take a picture. Who set up a one-on-one? Did Joel, did you set up a one-on-one? With who?
In about 20 minutes with Laura.
Okay, you guys have already set one up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Who's the one that initiated it?
We've been talking
Laura?
about it. It was kind of mutual.
Oh, we were equal.
Oh, well, I only have one of these, so.
You and I.
Joel, have you already gotten one of these?
Joel's
Oh, okay. Oh, really? I'll bring one next time.
It's okay.
This is a great book. If you have not seen this book, How to Save the Seniors, it's really good. There's a lot of dialogue in there, but I can tell you a story. I mean, I learned about this when I took a seniors real estate class up in Oklahoma. The main point about this was that my father, when he had COPD, and when he was at his last couple of years, and if you ever know anybody with COPD, it's a long, hard, slow death. And with a lot of seniors, when they get to that point, they lash out. They get angry because they can't do what they used to do. I mean, I'm probably preaching to the choir here, but it helped me, the first couple chapters in this book helped me understand my dad's mentality more than anything. So that when I went over there and visited him, we had to take care of him 24/7. When I went over there and he would kind of get angry and lash out, at least I understood then why. It wasn't a personal attack on me, it was his frustration with where he was going. So the first couple chapters are great, and then there's a lot of dialogues that are also very good. I've got more of these, so next chapter meeting, we might give out some more. Yeah. So, I think that's all I got. Anybody else? Mac?
Yeah, use my introduction time to talk about this a little bit. Anyone here that's working with people in their own home at all, the very first seminar on here on the 7th, highly recommend you attend it. We're gonna go over the HECM for purchase and right sizing homes. Even if you don't work, this is probably one of the most wonderful programs I've ever seen in my life. Less than 0.1% of the realtors know about it. Honestly, the only way you'll find out about it is to come to one of these seminars. So I would highly recommend. Now, on this, there's only one QR code for all of these. I don't care if you got a flyer from 6 months ago from me. That QR code will take you to the link that shows all my upcoming seminars. And you have to pick the seminar you want to do. And that link never changes, okay? So as we add seminars in, you can just keep going back to it. And the last thing, we do provide food. RSVP is required, and we keep the size small, usually about 20 people or less. We have a cap on the event right at 25 RSVPs. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Most important being that these subjects, I've done the big 40, 60, 70 people in a room at a time. I need to see the light in people's eyes because each of these subjects is not difficult, but it is different. It is stuff that you've probably never been exposed to before that can radically change people's lives. So, in short, sign up early and
sign up
hope to see it.
Sign
I'd
up
like to see each and every one.
early and often.
I wanna
All right.
give them a test,
Is that all?
Russell's got something, and then let's all start migrating up here to take a picture.
Sure. Real quick, I just want to give kudos to Angie. She did a presentation I saw a week ago, and it was about caretaking, about diminishing cognitive performance in seniors. And I'm not trying to mischaracterize it. I'm simply saying that my experience of your presentation, I learned some things about my own father's vascular dementia and the connections with Eliquis. It was one small tidbit. So it was a brilliant presentation. I hope you do more of them.
And let us know when you're doing them, so we can be there.
Well, Gail did.
Huh? Gail did?
Yeah,
Oh.
Gail.
Somebody said that.
Oh, okay.
Gail
All
sent
right.
an email about the
Belmont.
HO.
Oh,
You interrupted Richard.
Anybody here, this is our word.
Won't shut you up.
Get